You too. Thank you.
Hello, this is Ken Crosby, and I am live here at the Halftime Podcast with special guest for you tonight, the legendary D-Hop Dennis Hobson, Ohio State all-time leading scorer, NBA championship. What's up, D-Fam?
Fam, how you doing, man?
I'm doing.
Glad to be here. Appreciate you.
Yes, man, I'm doing real good. Okay, you go with that?
I'm the best player in the world.
Right.
Couldn't appreciate it back then because again, I'm leaving Jersey and I'm coming off the last year leading them in scoring.
Right.
And now I'm going to be now I'm being traded to Chicago. Young boy, man, it's like, man, I don't. Everybody was excited about it, but I don't want to go play behind Michael Jordan.
Right.
Who wants to do that?
Right.
But I can appreciate it now.
Right.
You know, because Mike was that guy that brought all that energy back, and he was super competitive. And when you look back, I look at people like a Charles Barkley. I look at people like a Reggie Miller.
Right.
These guys don't have rings.
Right.
So it's a blessing and an honor
Absolutely
to be able to say that you have a NBA championship ring
with MJ.
Yeah, with Michael Jordan.
You know what I mean? I mean that's just a beautiful thing. It really is.
Yeah.
So I mean, in perspective, keeping things in perspective, that is a wonderful thing. That you know, as we mature. And I tell this to people all the time. People always tease me about the amount of pictures I take, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But people have to realize that's very important to me. You know, because that's a part of my life legacy.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
Absolutely. So I'm going to carry on doing what I do.
That's right.
Because
you're supposed to.
You know, I have 5,000 pictures. I have memories. I have all of that, man.
Right.
And I'm gonna keep going with it, you know. But something so interesting that you just said when you mentioned about out of all due respect, when you were coming through the ranks in high school, there were people like myself and other people that had an influence in your life. And that you wanted to be better than they were, or at least as good as they were.
I don't know. I don't know that I thought like that.
Right.
But it was special to see you guys playing the game,
right,
and being effective with the game. Okay. I mean, I could go to the games. I was going to see long jump shots. I was going to see great ball handling. I was
going to the hole.
I was going to say I was going to see 10 dunks a game.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You just don't see that now. You don't see that. You don't see that. So for me, it was like, man, some of you guys inspire us younger group. And if it was anybody else that was in that 80s class or whatever, they're probably going to say the same thing, man. You know what I mean? Because it's like, this is great basketball. And I was old enough to appreciate it at that point. Yeah, I was still a little boy, but I was old enough to appreciate it. Right. And it was great basketball, man. So my credit always goes to you guys, and it goes to the teammates that I actually played with. Right. You know, because I mean, you can't get anywhere by yourself.
Yeah, and I really appreciate that because I have that same type of attitude where people that influenced me before I was who I was.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And I always mention them, and I always have the highest respect for them.
That's right.
But we're at Rogers High School this weekend. Just give me your take on what's going on here. We're having the Legends Weekend basketball tournament. How does that make you feel? I mean, you know, the impact that we're having.
I feel great. You know, being the athletic director of the Bowser, Albert and Harold Howe, they had called me about Bowser playing in the event. And they kind of told me, ran down what the event was going to look like. Right. And some of the names of the schools that they were bringing in, man, was incredible. You know, if you can get people from Chicago to come here and play, people from Columbus, man, other places to come here and play, it's a great thing. Right. So I give both of them guys a lot of credit for putting this thing together. Right. We'd love to see more support.
Yes, you know, and if there's one thing that we can leave people that are listening with in regards to showing that level of support for next year, what would that be?
And come out and support, man. Yes. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, you got kids, and kids want to be supported. You know, so come out and see great basketball now, and support the kids you know, in the community. I mean, kids love that. But again, I'm happy that this is the first year. You're going to continue with it. And great things are going to happen. First year is always just the roughest year.
Yeah, it is.
So,
it is. You're right.
I think as we move on, great things are going to happen.
Right. Well, thank you so much, D-Hop, for being here, man. I know we are anxious to want to get back out there so we see some of the games. Yeah. But I really appreciate you spending some time with me.
Love you, fam. Yeah, love you, fam. Yeah.
this weekend?
Yeah, amazing weekend.
Yeah, good. And the weather is a little bit different than it is in Florida, correct?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's hot. I'm sunny all day.
Right.
Yeah, not too bad though.
So what's the difference? I mean, just tell me what the weather is. Are you used to the cold like it is here, or?
Yeah, the cold wasn't that too bad for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to live up in England before I came up here.
Oh, you're from England?
Yeah.
I did not know that, man. I played in England for like 9 years.
Oh, really? What team?
Professionally. I played for Bolton and Berry, Topcats. I played for the Brixton. They had a team in London. Yeah. I played for Crystal Palace. I played for Henry Hempstead.
Wow.
Yeah. So is it coming back to you now?
No, yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, my son was over here. He's still over there. He lives in Manchester, England.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
And he visited me this summer over here. So yeah. What part of England are you from originally?
Milton Keynes.
Oh, Milton Keynes.
Oh, you know it, yeah.
I know it very familiar. Man, it's a small world.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Yeah.
For me to be sitting here talking to you, and we have some roots. We both have some roots. You know, you originally come from me. So you were, I was like excelling over in England in basketball.
Yeah.
And you got recruited to come to high school in America.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah.
What year are you in now?
I'm a senior.
Okay, senior. Have you any basketball offers yet, or?
Not offers of interest, but yeah.
Okay. Well, keep working hard, young man. It's so nice to talk to you. Thank you for sitting down and taking part in this interview with me, and just keep playing, man. Who you guys got next?
I think we're done for today. We just have one game.
Okay, but who's on your schedule?
Oh, we have a prolific prep actually on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. You got a game coming over.
Game, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when are you guys going back? You're going back tonight or in the morning?
So tomorrow.
Okay.
Morning, yeah.
Okay. Well, it's so nice to meet you, young man.
So very much, sir.
Thank you very much for the interview, and have a good time.
You too. Appreciate it.
Okay.
I was a sport athlete, football and basketball. Football. You can coach?
I don't know much about Okay. Yeah, you. All right, let's. Okay, so I'm gonna need somebody to hold this. Yeah.
If the three-point line was in 83, this was Steph Curry before Steph Curry. And everybody you know shaking their head like that. I watched him drop 45, and I'm gonna be descriptive. They tried to play a boxing one on this guy, and he shot almost every shot from this range, dropping 45 points on the Hills. He went on to Miami University, played with Brother Hopper, scored over 1,600 points in college, and still have records in Miami University. My guy, my teammate.
So you get this thing back on and it turned off. That's okay. Newsome. Okay.
Three versus flags, everybody else in right now. Who will play? Terry Brock, what you got to say?
You don't want to ask me. You really don't want to ask me.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
And then you got Sean.
Thank you so much.
Have you interviewed Eric yet?
Nope. How you feel?
TC.
Tell everybody what's going on. Huh? Tell everybody what's going on. Well, we're on the last leg of this City League Legends game. Be honored. Great guys. It's been some great basketball. A lot of guys came out who I wasn't expecting to be as good as they were on these other teams. But that's what you get when you invite teams from other cities. You really don't know. You just hear a lot about them. We invited them up. But everybody been putting on the show. The main players doing good. And so I'm happy about everything. And I'm waiting to see the Rodgers game next. Out here.
Yeah, we're going to. Sean.
Good shot. Okay.
Y'all kind of just talk to the camera. I'm just holding it. What you want to say?
Oh, man, we're just here at the Legends weekend having a great time. Terry Crosby got my boys over there, Sean Reed, Eric Newsom. I don't know what they got to say. Hey, it's coming.
Can we see your award? Just hold your award up. This for the live stream.
Wouldn't allow that to happen.
What you want me to do?
Hold your award up.
Oh,
Talk about your award.
okay.
There you go. There we go. Thank you.
I said, I was going to no. Somebody said it would be July 30th. I ain't commenting on that. No, we were there. No, I just I'm saying 10, 15. That's what. But 30, no. Oh man, come on. I say 30. I'm still not gonna say 30. I'm not saying 30. You have to that's for me. So don't. Let's not keep emotion there. We're talking about that. Yeah, and I was like, so we get Polish. Mel Gilbert. Why not? Hi, everybody. This is Terry Crosby, and I am hosting the Halftime Podcast for Sir Albert Earl. And guess what, guys? I have a very, very special guest today, Mr. Eric Dynamite Newsom. I haven't seen this dude in like years. Eric, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good, my man.
So nice to see you. I just want to reflect on a little bit about how you had me chasing you around the University of Toledo Fieldhouse, which I could never keep up with you because you was just such a player that you just kept running the whole time, man, just nonstop. And then when I got to you, it was too late. You know, it was up and out and through the net. But you never, ever said anything. You always had a lot of respect for Mr. Crosby. We used to go at it, you remember?
Of course I do. And, you know, in regards to you, and I hadn't played against a guy your size that pushed the ball like you pushed the ball and stop on a dime and knock down 25-footer. I remember that like it was yesterday. Right. And with your intensity, that would impress me and how hard you played. Right. So if I wanted to stay on the court, you know, because I'm giving up a lot of size, you know, you were 6'4", you know, with all kind of skills. Right. So I had to keep moving.
And that's funny. That's funny you should say that. You know what I mean? Because that's really what it was. And a lot of times when you talk about the intensity part of it, you know, we were real dogs when we played. You were.
You
know what I
mean? You brought it every play.
Absolutely.
I mean, I remember you had that afro.
Right.
Boy, you be racing that boom, stop on a dime. You were hard to guard.
Where is it now?
You were hard to guard, man. God, your size, and I know you played at Tennessee with you know Ernie Grunfeld, and Bernard King at Tennessee, right. So you had mad skills. And we're up there, so I was lucky to even be out on the court with you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You was tough, man. I tell people, Terry Crosby was one of the toughest guys I ever played against. Right. And I played against a whole bunch of people.
Absolutely.
A whole bunch of people.
Absolutely. So you were a legend at Rogers High School, obviously unstoppable. I think there for a while you led the league in scoring, I believe. Maybe a couple of years, you know what I mean? Because you
just my senior year, I was the league. Okay. A second leading scorer in the state of Ohio. My senior and junior year, I was like 22, and sophomore year 23.9. Okay. Senior year 27.
Okay.
So that's how.
But for a man of your size, Eric Newsom, I just have mad respect for you, man, because you were just, and it really didn't matter, Coach. It really didn't matter. Your size was not a detriment to your game. You know what I mean? You had certain skills that just were unstoppable, you know, and I really mean that, you know, at your size to compete like you did, to drop 30, 40 on opponents, game after game, you know, it was just amazing to see you do it. Of course, I was 6'4", much bigger, 195.
You're tough.
But you still competed, you know what I mean? And not only competed, you destroyed. So, you know, that is a lot of respect for you and fully a compliment your way, man. Fully a compliment.
It was a mindset, you know.
Right. How did you do it?
Well, I had a lot of help from my dad. Yes. And working with me in the driveway and just instilling that your size is not, even every time you on the court, you're the lowest man. So that didn't bother me.
Right.
But he said, if you do what I tell you to do, then when you walk on the court, people will fear you, and you 5 foot at the time, 5'7", 115 pounds. But
115?
Yeah. When I went to Miami, Ohio, I was 135.
Wow.
And then the next year, after my freshman year, I beefed up to 152. So
they put some muscle on you.
Yeah, but all through high school, you know, I ran cross country for 4 years, and that made me just a dog, just tough. Right. You know, running out in this cold weather. Yes. And we were running 60 miles a week.
Whoa.
60 miles a week.
So that is where that nonstop on the court mentality comes from.
That's where it came from.
Right.
1,000%.
Because I've played against a lot of top, like all-American basketball players, right? And I've never seen anybody, and to this day, just constantly run like you do. And I'm not talking about jogging.
Right.
I'm talking about running.
Right.
Even in a half court set, right? You whoa, like, I mean, how do you keep up with that? You know what I mean? And if the opposing team is setting bigs for you, it's over with.
It's over with. Yeah.
You know, tell us a little bit about your career at Miami U.
Went down there on my visit as a senior in high school.
Were you player of the year that year at Ohio?
I won the MVP of the Ohio North-South All-Star game in Canton.
Okay.
The MVP of the state was a kid named Kennard Johnson, 6'9" kid out of Cincinnati, went to Western Kentucky.
Okay.
And went down there on my visit and had a good time. My host was Ron Harper and Ron Hunter. Ron Hunter is now the head coach of Tulane. Right. Everybody knows Ron Harper.
Absolutely.
And they showed me a good time.
Nice.
And I came back. Actually, they flew me down to Oxford from Toledo.
Okay.
And flew back home. And when I got back to the airport in Toledo, I told my dad that's where I want to go.
Okay. And of course you had other offers.
Yeah, I had Stanford.
Right. Wow.
Nebraska, Minnesota, Miami of Ohio, and the U.S. Naval Academy.
Okay. Beautiful, man. You made a good choice.
I did. We won in a 3-year period. We won 2 MAC championships, went to 3 straight NCAA tournaments, and went 69-23 during that time. And we played everybody. I mean, we played everybody. And we went as an at-large from the MAC 2 years in a row.
Okay.
That went number 8, 9 seed.
Wow.
And that doesn't happen.
No, not at all.
Now the champion gets in a number 13, 14 seed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So were you extra psyched and ready when you played the University of Toledo? Did you have a certain edge about that game or not?
Not really. Yeah, I treated all the games the same.
Right.
And I just wanted to play.
Right.
And do whatever I could do. And
because I know you gave them some numbers, UT.
Yeah, I did. I gave some numbers, but I was used to playing with those guys.
Right.
Because in the summertime.
Right.
So they couldn't guard me in the summer. They couldn't guard me during the season.
And before we get off of this, I just want you to just explain to our audience out there some of the competitions you and I had at UT. How were they?
That's some of the best basketball ever played.
Right.
Ever.
I think so.
Ever.
I think so.
And I played with. I used to go up to Sandy Sanders Summer League up in Ann Arbor that had all the University of Michigan boys up there, the Roy Tarpley, Antoine Gilbert's, all them. It wasn't at like Toledo,
right?
Because at Toledo in the field house, that was like organized basketball. Because them boys were running sets and this, and you had to play. You turn your head, and it's over.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
That got me really ready.
And it was so competitive.
And the game was 7, if you remember.
Yeah, it was so competitive. Yeah. And really wasn't a whole lot of fouls called.
No,
it was a whole lot of fouls going on.
Right, but you were afraid to call a foul. Right, you were afraid to call a foul because of the level of talent that was there.
Right.
So you didn't want to be hey, foul. That type of stuff. Right. But going to 7.
Yeah, that was tough, man. Because one basket was 1, right?
Yes, 1.
Remember?
1
yeah,
or 2.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And that's a quick game. Yeah. When you think about that was really, really a quick game. Somebody like you get on the street, you'll pop 7 in a row, game over.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Final score 7-2, something like that. Yeah. Well, we at the Legends basketball weekend. I know you're head coaching down in Florida right now. You brought an outstanding team here to compete this weekend. So nice to see you back home, man. I haven't seen you in over 50 years?
No. I thought I saw you.
You may have
at Sean Patterson's Hall of Fame last November.
Yes. I was there.
I saw you there.
But we didn't get. Unfortunately, we didn't
get No. I saw you from over on the other side of the road.
Right. So how does this make you feel? I mean, we're gonna support Alvaro moving forward. When I see the city of Toledo, hopefully we can give him a little bit more financial support to carry this on. Because this costs a lot of money to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we just really want to exploit the fact that we can do it here, and we do plan on this happening for many, many years to come.
Well, I'm very impressed with our professional. It is running very first class.
Absolutely.
And my hat's off to Mick Earl,
yes,
and you guys, and very first class event.
Absolutely.
I'm really proud to be part of it.
Yeah, and we're going to invite you back next year.
All right.
We want you to come,
Okay,
right?
okay.
You know what I mean? And but your team can't have 25 turnovers.
Yeah, we
Just-
got to fix that. Somehow we got to fix that.
Just tell us a little bit about the game today and some improvements to your team because you've already played, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we played some tough games already. But with the turnovers, we have a lot of new guys that just
Okay.
got to the team within a month.
Oh, okay.
So they're all international kids.
Yes, I seen
I
that.
only have one kid from America, and he's from Brooklyn.
Wow.
The rest of them are from Iceland, Ireland, Congo, Jamaica, Trinidad, South Africa.
That's beautiful, man.
All over the place. And so just trying to mesh them together, which is hard to do in a short period of time, but that's what we do.
Absolutely.
I have my son, my middle son, he's a director of basketball and co-owner of the academy. So he does a lot of the actual basketball part.
Right.
As well. He in this and the marketing and social media, all
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
Okay.
He's really responsible for getting the name out there, which is out there. And that's why we're able to get these kids from all over the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Truly international.
Yes.
Truly international.
Yes. And your guards are pretty strong too. Number 10, he got a nice game. Number 24 got, I mean, your whole team is very, very talented.
The one kid from Japan, I think number
yes.
10, he's just coming. He hadn't played in 3 weeks because he dislocated his shoulder.
Oh.
And today's the first day he played, and he's not himself.
Okay.
So that hurt us a little bit with the ball handling and decision making.
Right.
But still not an excuse. So we got to.
But and of course, the game is different too because you play in high school. Check this out, y'all. They played with a 30-second shot clock in Florida. Yeah. That's unheard of here in this part.
That's what it changes. It changes the game. It's a totally different game. We practice our kids based upon a 30-second shot clock defensively.
Right.
So you press, they get the ball across the court, 22 seconds. They got 22 seconds.
Absolutely.
So now you're speeding things up. Guys aren't just holding the ball 3 or 4 minutes.
Right.
So it's a totally different ball game.
Right. And I think in today's game here at the Legends weekend, basketball tournament weekend, I think the team you played, they must have held that ball for 45 to a minute at a time.
Yes. And that's why the shot clock was implemented.
Right.
People don't want to see that in the stands, and it's not good basketball. And it's not helping the kids advance to the college level to play basketball.
Absolutely. Because it's much quicker.
Yes. And when you speed your pace up, let's see what kind of ball player you are. Let's see what kind of decisions you're gonna make.
Absolutely.
But it is what it is, and we get back home and have a big game Tuesday night, back with the shot clock.
Right.
But because shot clock, if you play good defense, that's rewarding. We get a lot of shot clock violations.
Right.
And it pumps the kids out, not pass.
Right.
Yeah, I get
basketball. I get it. Well, it's so nice to see you, man. So nice to sit down and just talk game with you. It really, really is, man. I appreciate you coming down, and hopefully you guys will be back next year.
Well, thanks for having us. And like I said, this was a top flight event, and I'm glad that we were thought of.
I appreciate it, man. God bless to you.
All right, my man.
All right. Hello, this is Terry Crosby, and we are over at the Legends Basketball Weekend at Rogers High School. And I have a young man here that we're just going to chop it up a little bit. How you doing, young man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm
Thank
good. I'm good. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. What's your name?
My name is Angels Comparin. I'm from France. I'm mixed with Mauritius, and I'm a bit of Italian too.
Oh, wow.
I'm a bit of from.
So you're from France originally?
Yeah, I lived my whole life in France.
Oh, that's amazing. You know, I spent a little time over in France playing many years ago. I played for a team called Limoges. I was over there. I used to play, I don't know if you heard of this guy called Billy Ray Bates. I don't know. He was like a legend over in Switzerland and France. Have you ever heard of
Never.
Billy Ray Ray? Well, we old now, so of course you won't know.
I did.
And so you are traveling here from Florida. You live in Florida now.
I live in Florida for the past, I said like 4 years.
Okay. And you're playing for a good friend of mine, Coach Eric Newsom, who is a Rogers and Miami University legend. And hey, I just interviewed him, and we had such a good time. And so just explain to me what's your stats this year, what your school record is, and what do you love about the game of basketball?
Oh, well, first of all, I said my stats around like 20, 5, 2 turnovers. So still can do better, you know.
Right.
But yeah.
Work in progress.
Work in progress, exactly. But I only been with that team for like only 2 weeks, so I'm just put the trust in the process, and trusting both of my coaches too, But yeah, and what I love everything about basketball. I love the game. Like I've been playing since I was born. Like,
wow.
My dad played at a good level.
Okay.
Both of my brothers played, so I was born with a basketball.
Did any of your family members actually go pro over there?
Yes, sir. My dad did.
Oh, okay.
My dad did. Yeah, he played National One.
Okay.
It was like right after they got the Pro A and Pro B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, before that time.
Who did he play for? A team in France?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He did.
Nice.
For a long time.
Nice. That's wonderful. And so I want to ask you something that's really interesting to me, because I know it's a big difference. I was born and raised here in the United States of America, but even America and different areas can be different. Yeah, I'm a Midwest boy, and I went to university down south at the University of Tennessee, and you wouldn't believe the difference between what I was used to being raised in the Midwest to compare to what it was down south. So just give us a little bit of some of your challenges you faced in regards to being in the States, and with the fact that you grew up in France.
Well, there's a big difference between France and here.
Wow.
In South Florida. So it's much like faster, more athletic guys, or run and gun, all that type of stuff. So to me, it was more of my playing style. So that's why I decided to move down here, because I always wanted to play in the U.S.
Right.
So yeah, that was one of my goals, and play college basketball in the future. But in France, it's more like pass. They like to pass a lot, screen, like EuroLeague type basketball. But so it wasn't like a challenge to me, because I was feeling more comfortable with that type of game down here.
Right.
So I made the right choice.
Good. And what year are you now in high school?
Senior.
Oh, you're a senior? Okay.
Yes,
and who do you guys play next?
Oh, we play Prolific Prep.
Okay. On Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they good?
They are.
Wow.
They got D1 recruits. So it's gonna be a tough matchup. For sure.
But I didn't realize that you guys had so many high school players from so many different parts of the world. You know what I mean? I was like shocked when your coach told me that. When Coach Newsom mentioned that, he said, "I got somebody from," I think he said, Africa, Congo, China. I'm like, wow, how do you put all that together? So, in consideration of that, you guys look really, really strong today. I mean, you really guys look good today, and I start to congeal. Yeah, get that. Going to have a great season. So, young man, thanks for coming. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Anything you would like to say in regards to the facilities here and the experience you've had?
Well, I'm really impressed. Like Coach Eric says, like in France, we don't have that type of facility or like stuff like that. These type of like interviews after the game.
Right.
It's something like new too here that I discovered over the year. But yeah, I love it. So I'm grateful, man. Like thank God, and I love it.
Good. Well, thank you guys for coming. Hopefully they'll be back next year, and I hope you get a look at some D1 colleges or just
for sure.
HBCUs or just an opportunity to play at that next level. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So keep doing the work, keep putting the work in, man.
Thank you.
And pay attention, listen, pay attention, and follow directions. You know, I think that's important, not just in sports, but in life. You know, so it's so nice to meet you.
Me too.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Bye for now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Halftime Podcast Show. This is Mr. Terry Crosby, and I am so excited today. We have the Legends basketball tournament over at Rogers High School, and I have a real special guest. I grew up with it. He is my boy, Mr. Sean Reed from St. Francis. Nice. Give it up, Sean.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you for allowing me to participate. You just said that you grew up with me. Let's clarify that. I am 9 seasons younger, but your tutelage and instruction really played a huge part of my development. I'm eternally grateful for that, for what you did, helping me out. Farley Bell, y'all were neighborhood guys that I idolized and looked up to, and it was just so beneficial to my development that you guys took the time out to show structure, guidance, leadership, and teaching me how to really play basketball. Because I was a football player.
Right.
I was a better football player.
And you played quarterback.
I played quarterback. I was a better football player. I played defensive back. I didn't like getting tackled.
Right.
And I could hit people without tackling people.
Right.
Football players, y'all know what I'm talking about, DBs.
Right.
But I got cut in the 7th grade by one of the guys who's being honored in this, Bert Spice. He coached at McTighe for 1 year. In the 7th grade, he cut me. And it was one of the things that made me realize that I needed to just play football.
Right.
And so.
You needed to just play basketball?
No.
Oh, okay.
I said it right.
Okay.
I needed to just play football.
Oh, wow.
So I made up my mind that I was giving up basketball.
I get it.
I just gonna play football. And grades came out. And I was always a good student.
Right.
And when the grades came out, 3 guys got booted off the McTighe basketball team, 3 8th graders. So Coach Spice called me to the office and said, son, I'm gonna put you back on the team, but it's a catch to it. You gotta share a uniform. I'm gonna bring back 3 guys, and the 3 of y'all gotta share a uniform. So every 3rd game, y'all rotate, you get to dress.
Right.
And so I rotated, and then I had a uniform that wasn't like everybody else's uniform. McTighe was cheap. They had the 60s uniform with the belt on them with a buckle. Was on the shorts.
Yeah, on the shorts. I remember them.
Okay, so I had to play. And everybody else had elastic.
Right.
So everybody knew that I was a scrub that got put on the team. And I dedicated myself over the next 12 months to becoming a basketball player, because I hated that feeling of feeling like that I was a scrub, which I was. And I only got on the team because I had good grades.
Right.
And so that was also the summer that I trained and did stuff with you, Farley, Robert Caldwell. Y'all made me watch the first year. Caldwell trained me, but y'all made me watch. Y'all would never let me play. Nathan Hale, I had to watch. I watched going to the 8th grade year, and I watched going to my 9th grade year. So 9th grade year, I get to play every now and then when everybody got tired.
Right.
And y'all needed a body or 2. I'd get out there, just run up and down to make sure y'all had 10. But it was still the start of the transformation of absorbing all that information that y'all would provide, man. So I'm eternally, grateful and appreciative.
Hey, I really, really appreciate that, Reed. And it was like that in our neighborhood in the West Side, because as you know, I had people that I looked up to, like your Mel Gaines and your Pat Nelson and Nate Robinson, all those guys. So the trend was kind of already set that, it tended to be that people that came before us, we had a lot of respect for that.
Were they mean to you?
Yes, they were.
You was mean to me.
Yeah, well, that's
you
because
was mean
I
to
loved
me.
you.
You collared me up one time because I wouldn't take a shot. I'll never forget that day.
Oh, you have to tell them about that story.
Well, we playing ball and
out of our park,
and I get on the court,
right?
And I'm open and I don't shoot, and I pass off, I defer, and I shouldn't have,
right?
And we end up losing, and you collared me up. It wasn't like assault or nothing, by those standards,
It was
in those
was it
days,
borderline maybe?
but by today's standards, I'd have pressed charges. I'd have got a new car. My mama would have got paid. She'd have been able to make the light bill for 6 months. I mean,
See why you put that
I
out
gotta
there?
put it
like
out
that,
there
I
because
mean.
you check me in front of other players,
Right, which is
and
embarrassing.
it's embarrassing, but
Right.
it was embarrassment to where all the old heads was like, keep your head up, young fella, you're
Right.
all right. So culturally, it was acceptable
Right.
to check
Back
a dude
then.
like that
Right.
back then.
Right.
But it didn't deter me. It didn't stop me from coming. It didn't stop me from wanting to learn. And then the next time I had a chance, I shot it, because the next time that I was in that situation, we were indoor at Nathan Hill on that low court that Ali and Vertus Cheers used to run.
Right.
And Don Collins was in town. And I shot the ball and made a bucket. And Don Collins said my name. You and Farley knew me from the neighborhood.
Right.
Truman didn't really know me, even though he had gave me some instruction on my jump shot about a year or two earlier at the Early Bird Clinic. And I modeled my jumper after Truman Clater.
Correct.
But, Donald Collins said my name, and it was at that moment, he was in the NBA at that time, and he said my name. And when we walked out that gym, my head was so different because an NBA player actually knew my name.
Right.
I took it for granted, you and Farley, because y'all were the guys that were local. Y'all were the guys that were local,
right?
And right there in my community. So I had a relationship with y'all.
Yes.
Y'all knew me, and I knew y'all. I mean,
Right.
I knew y'all's parents. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
we're a family. We're a
yeah,
village.
yeah.
We're
We
a
neighborhood.
village. Right.
But Don Collins wasn't like that. And so when he said my name, all my friends was like, you know, man, Don Collins said your name. I said, yup, and I'm better than y'all because Don don't know y'all name. And I've told Don that story before too.
Right.
And Don was cussing when he said my name, so I can't say what Don called me.
Right.
But it made a difference in me realizing that, you know, when you get to a point of getting better as an athlete, that you know, people are gonna know your name, they're gonna say your name, they're gonna give you some instruction.
Absolutely.
You know? And
That's
I always
respect.
And
That's
I give it up
respect.
to all the guys
Right.
that helped me, that made a difference and made me into a decent basketball.
And I remember I remember this vividly when I did call you that particular time at Ottawa Park, and I told you when you open, shoot the basketball.
Right.
You didn't mention this part, so we still on the court, and from that moment forward, you won the next game. You dropped like 6 in a row, and every time I mention this, you act like you don't remember that.
I don't remember
But,
hitting 6 in a row.
yeah,
I might have hit a bucket or two, maybe.
No, I scored one because we used to go to 7.
7 was game.
By ones. One
Right.
bucket was 1 point, right?
Right.
I remember scoring one, and you just went off 6 straight.
Oh wow. So
Straight up. You just went off 6 straight.
I was probably in the fog of hitting that one bucket and feeling so good that I forgot the rest of them.
And they were leaving you open.
They were, because
You
I
know
was
what I mean?
young. I couldn't have been
Right.
no more than about 14.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I had to be about 14 because you had already played in Kansas City.
Right.
And you were like in Europe. So you
Absolutely.
had just
Come
probably
back.
just getting to Europe and coming back home
Right.
to visit.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So,
Wow.
man, it's so good to be here with you, to sit down and just chop it up and talk about this legend basketball weekend. And of course, you're a West Side dude, so I'm
Yeah.
going always love you, bro. I got
Right.
nothing but love for you, and you know that, right? And we're pretty similar when it comes to personality. You
Right,
know,
right.
we like to have fun and
Right.
laugh, whatever.
do.
But I want to really just focus on the importance of what we're doing here this weekend in Toledo, Ohio, in regards to some of the old heads coming back and being recognized and being congratulated for some of the things that we've done in our life, right, in past years, but to just be here with some of the younger ones and support them. How impactful is that?
Well, the history matters.
Right.
I think that a lot of information gets lost when history is not respected.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, there's a kid a few years ago in the city league that was being recruited by Tennessee who had no idea that you played at Tennessee.
Right.
You know, and that historical information needs to be widespread and people need to respect it.
Right.
What this Legends Weekend does is it pays respect to those that kind of paved the way. There's always debate about this generation versus that generation. And 25 years from now, this generation will hopefully have some semblance of carrying the historical torch forward for local Northwest Ohio basketball.
Absolutely.
You know, the Toledo area has always been a hotbed of talent. And, you know, you can say, well, it's not as prevalent as it was in the past. Well, I think that, and that may be true. It's here nor there.
Right.
But you have always had a legacy of really good, talented players that goes even beyond who's being recognized here this weekend.
Absolutely.
To some Woodward teams that I know a little history. The Woodward teams.
What about the Libby Cowboys?
The Libby Cowboys teams in the 60s.
Rogers Rams.
You know, you got just a long legacy of teams that were really talented teams that produce some talented athletes and players. So I hope it's just a precursor that it can grow and become bigger and bigger, and Toledo can be once again known and recognized as a great place that produces good basketball.
Absolutely. Yeah, I feel that's an excellent answer. It really, really is. So, man, you know, it's just so nice to have you here, Sean Reed, man, and just to sit down and talk to you, man. I've had a great time here this weekend, just watching the players, you know, watching. And, you know, we have to learn how to encourage the new ones, you know, this next generation. We need to be there to support them, even if they don't recognize us, even if they don't know us. You know, we are older, so what we have to give them is very valuable.
It is.
It really, really is. You know.
Well, the fundamentals of the game don't change.
Right.
You know, I got a daughter that coaches college ball right now, and she's being challenged this season. And I keep reminding her, one, be grateful for the opportunity, and two, you got to always stay rooted in the fundamentals. And even though everybody's running wheel and motions and just all these, you know, positionless.
Don't forget about the basics.
Yeah, but within the concept of those is fundamentals of basketball.
Right.
And so I think that we lose sight as coaches and participants of this game, you know, that you got to stay rooted in the fundamentals, man. So
absolutely.
You know, I look forward to providing what I can provide. I serve with Dennis Hobson and his Hobson board for the AAU.
Yeah, Hobson Elite.
Hobson Elite. So I'm able to provide some guidance and instruction from a distance.
Right.
You know, I didn't got older now that I don't have the time or patience to dedicate what's necessary to really, you know, be successful in it. So I'll pass along what I can when I can.
I appreciate
as much as I can. And make it quality involvement. You know, I spoke to the team from Florida after their loss today, and I basically explained to them, y'all have a lot of international players. Y'all played a team from Chicago. The Chicago team out physical you guys. The physicality of that game was unparalleled to obviously what you're used to, because you seemed a little you know, it got you off your game.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with the fact that you guys play with a shot clock. Yeah, that could affect your offensive timing some. Made you play defense a little longer than what you used to play. So it could impact you. But at the end of the day, their physicality is what won that game. So
absolutely.
And they got it. Those kids understood it.
I appreciate that.
And so, you know, it's all about learning and teaching people to do the right thing. So you know, it is what it is.
So you got one last chance. This might be the last chance that you get in my life and in your life, right? And so, but I'm going to bring it up. So is it the 70s, mid 70s, or is it the 80s?
I got to give it up to y'all publicly.
Okay, you going to do that and with all these people?
I'm going to do that.
Okay,
I'm gonna do that. Y'all got y'all grade 8. It's bodies. It's a lot of talent. I think we would be competitive.
Oh, it'd be a close game for me.
And I think I said that, you know, I think Don Collins is an X factor purely because of his combo inside outside ability. He could he played in the post in high school.
Okay.
And then when he gets to college, he's straight perimeter. When he's in the league, they would bring him in as a small forward, but he end up being a guard.
Right.
And so I think that transition that he would make from being low block on one play to possibly being the point guard the next play. All you guys are talented.
He had that versatility.
But
he had that versatility.
That level of diversity was a unique skill set that just every basketball player don't have.
Right.
I mean,
absolutely.
and so, but I was always up for a good debate. Like you said, I'm from the West Side.
Right.
Come up under your pedigree, so I'm gonna talk some trash.
Right. Well, here's my thing. You had the chance to say your thing. Here's my thing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna really again voice publicly that the Elite Eight against whatever age you bring, y'all would have had a matchup problem. That's just it. That's just what I'm saying. I'm just gonna.
I respect.
I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave it right there.
I respect the fact
right.
that
I mean, I didn't get upset when I gave you a chance to voice what you said. So don't get upset with me because, like, y'all have matchup problems.
Okay, I'm sure.
I love you, bro.
All right, man. Love you too, man.
Right.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All right.
Hello, everyone. This is Terry of the Halftime Podcast Show, Mr. Alvaro at Rogers High School, and I have the pleasure of being with the legendary, and when I say this, I mean legendary coach Leroy Bates. Coach Bates, how you doing this evening?
Doing fine, Terry. Doing fine.
Good, good. Thanks for coming, man. I do believe that we are both been supporting the Legends Weekend Basketball Tournament here at Rogers High School. Albert Earl hosting it along with his team. And I just, I'm just so enthralled with how things have gone so far. The teams that have competed, we've watched some great games. Some legendary people from the 70s came out, high school basketball players, also the 80s in the city of Toledo. So it's such a pleasure having you here today. Just tell me, what's your thoughts on this weekend?
Well, this is a memorial, all right, to all of the other athletes that have come down through the years. And I think that it's a tribute to Mick Earl and his crew to even sponsor this kind of thing. All right. And then the quality of the teams that have participated, the number of people that are in the stands cheering for their teams or coming out to watch good basketball. It's very noteworthy. And this is something that needs to be continued.
Absolutely. And I feel so strongly about that. And you and I were discussing before the show of just the different, and I know you'll be able to answer this question better perhaps than anyone, right? The mentality, and not necessarily the physicality of today's player, but more so the mentality of today. And this is not a criticism whatsoever. This is just, me asking you, what do you see the difference of the great players that you coached back in the days compared to maybe some of the players of today mentally?
All right. I'll say the players from yesterday.
Yes.
Our yesterdays. All right. They were able to take discipline. They were able to take instruction, and they wanted to play. All right. And they wanted to compete at a high level. I think today these players want to get the benefit without putting in the work prior to. All right. And so if
Is that something like entitlement?
Well,
maybe
you named it, but I'm
okay.
not gonna say it.
Right.
They feel like things should be given to them without earning the right. And so now you have the competition at this level is not as great as it should be or could be. And so coaches tend not to push the players into their greatness.
Right.
And sometimes you just have to push people into their greatness.
Right. Well, that's an absolute. Oh, okay. Okay. So
That'd be good.
hold on. Before you do it, I need to finish my food. Okay.
First up in number one, Noah Lewis. And number two, Noah Gabriel. J.R. Bates. And number 12, Dante Hurst. And number 23, Jared Fox. And let's make some noise for the home team. Starting us out there, number 0, and number 22, Jaden Butler. And number 23, Delman Stone. And last but not least, number 32, Oh, wow. And to the line between team number 12, Dante Curtis.
Hello, everybody. Good evening to you. This is the Halftime Podcast, and we are so excited this evening. We are based over at Rogers High School at the Legends basketball tournament. And I am so excited to have a special guest here with me today, Coach Michael Bass from Columbus. How you doing, Mike? What's going on?
Good. I'm doing real good. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate being here. It's always good to come home.
It is, man. It is. And just tell us, why are you here this weekend? I know we're having a basketball tournament, and just tell me what you doing here. And I'm not gonna tell them. I'm gonna let you tell them.
Well, we're here to play in the Legends, in the Toledo Legends Classic.
Right.
We were invited. Mick Earl, the tournament director, invited us, and once he told us when he gave me the call, it was a no-brainer for me. Right. Anytime that I can bring my team from Columbus back home to Toledo and get a chance for my family in Toledo to see my team play. Right. And it's always good to show my team, my players, just another part of me. This is where I'm from. I get to see them where they are. And so it like opens it up so that they get a chance to see who I really am as well. So I get to see them and show them my parents, and they introduce to all my family and sisters and brothers and uncles and cousins.
Beautiful.
And so anytime I get a chance to bring my team to Toledo, I'm gonna bring my team to Toledo.
I appreciate that, man. And you went to high school where?
I went to high school at St. Francis.
Okay.
I went to St. Francis de Sales. I was there. I graduated from St. Francis in '89.
Okay. And you played ball there too, right?
I did play basketball at St. Francis in '89. We lost in the city championship to Jimmy Jackson and Toledo Macumber.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah. Y'all played out at UT Fieldhouse, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Savage Hall back in the days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about that game, because obviously I spent many years over in Europe playing professional basketball. So I wasn't here then. Right? Oh. So what do you remember about that game specifically?
I remember that.
I remember because I believe Jimmy got off, right?
Oh yeah, he always did.
Right.
But I remember it was a close game in the first half.
Uh-huh.
But then I think we just ran out of talent.
Okay.
Because in the second half it was a whole different ball game.
Right.
They came and just destroyed us in the second half. They got Jimmy was so efficient.
Right.
As a player, I don't think people really realize that. And at the time in 1989, in 1989, he was 6'6",
right,
240 pounds, and could move,
right,
and could handle and could shoot. Just the total package. And so, just us being in that game, it was wonderful. It was a great experience. To play in front of 10,000 people at home. It was.
Do you remember awesome. The final score? Do you remember what it was?
It was a lot to a little.
That's okay.
That's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say.
You got short memory on that one, right?
Short memory on that one. Yeah.
I don't blame you. But Coach Mike, you've had such a wonderful, successful career down in Columbus, man, coaching your teams year after year after year. So I just want you to get a little bit into, what you've done since you've been in Columbus in regards to coaching.
Well, in Columbus, I started coaching at Afrocentric. A lot of people, let me just break down our school a little bit.
Right.
Our school is called Columbus Afrocentric. It's the only publicly funded, it's funded by the actual school district, the city of Columbus. It's the only school that is a pre-K 12. So it's all in one building. So you walk in our building, you'll see pre-kindergartners, and you will see a 12th grader.
Wow.
All right, all in the same building. And it's called Afrocentric because we use Afrocentric education is our philosophy. And basically what it is we just want to highlight and embrace the contributions that Africans and African Americans have had to the United States and to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you come into school, it's bright, it's colorful, and you see people, and you want these kids to see the people that look like them on the walls, and so that they can not only see the accomplishments that we've had, but also see what is possible for them to do as well. Okay. And so
is your school very diverse, or is it's mainly African American students?
No, it's mostly African American students.
Okay.
But we have some white students, we have some Latino students.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
So it is diverse.
It's definitely diverse.
Okay.
And so I've been coaching there. So we started having a varsity basketball team in 2003. And I started off as the JV coach in 2003. I was the JV coach for 3 years. Then the head coach left. And then I became the varsity coach there in 2006. And I've been on the bench for every single varsity boys basketball game in Columbus Afrocentric school history. And it's the only place that I've been the head coach.
Since the basketball program started.
Since the basketball program started, I've been on the bench for every single varsity boys basketball game at Afrocentric. So it's a special place to me because I got to grow up as a coach.
That's home.
And develop it. Yeah. And then kind of grow something yourself when you put it together. And but to my, I haven't done it by myself.
Right.
My assistant coach, Nashawn Coleman, who's also a Toledo City League legend.
Right,
himself,
absolutely.
He's been there with me since day one. So he's been with me. He's been my assistant coach for 20 years.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
So to do that together with him, I like.
And you know what that signifies to me, Coach Mike? That signifies to me that you guys love and support each other.
Most definitely. Definitely.
And we need more of that. We need more of that in this world,
Yes, sir.
That's a beautiful thing. Sure. And as that bond navigates through the years, you guys get stronger and better. For sure. As a head coach and as an assistant coach.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. So like I said, it's not my program, it's our program.
Right.
And it's always been our program. My brother Jason, who's coaching Pig North right now. He actually was one of my first assistant coaches as well. Okay. So it's just like been a family affair.
Absolutely.
My first couple of years as a head coach, we actually came to Toledo. My dad was still coaching, and we played against Toledo Libby at Libby. You know what I'm saying? He beat me up bad twice too. It was ugly.
By the way, for you viewers that don't know, this is legendary coach Leroy Bates' son. Okay, yes. I just wanted to point that out. Well, that's absolutely wonderful. I have a question for you though. The team, Coach Jason, and the teams that you coach, did you guys ever face up against each other?
Sure.
In Columbus?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
We actually coached against each other. We were in the same league. We were both in the Columbus City League.
Okay.
Jason was my assistant coach for 2 years at Afrocentric. And then he got his own job he became a head coach at Walnut Ridge High School. Okay. And they're in our league. So for 5 years, we played against each other 2 times a year. Okay. So my mom and dad would come down from Toledo.
So that's 10 games.
10 games.
And what is the record between your brothers?
I know this too, right? and it's not good, man. I'm like, I tell people all the time, like I am like the worst coach in my family. It feels like because I am 3-7 against my brother.
Okay, you're 3-7. Okay.
0-2 against my father.
Okay.
So like I'm losing against the Bates. Like I'm just losing.
Absolutely. So if you just repeat that again. You ain't got to do it like that. No, you're 3-7, and then 0-2.
0-2.
So you are 3-9.
3-9 against the Bates.
Against the Bates.
3-9 against the Bates.
We're gonna have to do something about that.
Man, it's rough.
Right.
Yeah, but you want a great dad to come. I almost want him to come out of retirement. I got something for him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He ain't gonna do that.
No, he ain't doing it.
Because he said, I know what he's saying. He's saying, son, I didn't have my day.
Sure.
Absolutely. So you had a great game today. You guys were victorious, and they had me back here working a little bit, interviewing people. So what was the final score of your game?
I think the final score was
beat them by 15.
I think we ended up winning by 20.
Oh, okay.
We ended up winning by 20. It was our first game of the season.
Right.
Boys played really well in the first half. We only had 3 turnovers in the first half.
Oh, wow.
I was really excited about that.
Right.
That was a difficult team that we had to play. They were difficult to face because they had 2 guys on their team that could really score and could shoot it and didn't really need any help. You know what I'm saying? So they did a really good job of containing. Mm-hmm. So we held them to 13 points in the first half.
Right.
I think last night he had 31.
Right.
And then in the second half, he might have got it. I think he might have got it up in his 20s for a score. But I thought we did a great job of making him have to work hard for his points. And then we did a great job of rebounding. When they missed, we were able to rebound, and then we were able to get out and run and get into transition and get them on their heels because they were playing a 2-3 zone. So they were trying to beat that zone back tonight, and we were able to do that. And like I said, for our first game, we got some areas that we got some film now that we can look at and really try to see what we can do this season.
What do you think your strength's going to be this year going into the season? And then also your weaknesses.
I think our strengths is going to be our rebounding and then overall team chemistry because I return all 5 starters.
You share the
and
ball.
they do share the ball.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody kind of knows their roles and they share the ball. Very unselfish team. Like I said, we can rebound extremely well. And then I got 5 players that I can trust any of those 5 to push the ball out on the break.
Oh, that's
so that's always a great thing.
Yeah,
because you can get that when you get that break started quickly.
It don't matter.
It makes the game fun for the kids.
Right.
Because if you ask most people, you ask most players, you want to play fast or you want to play slow. They want to play fast.
Absolutely.
And actually, the faster you play, usually more people more people get to touch the ball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The ball moves a little bit better. And so it just makes it where everybody's having a little bit.
So you have 5 players that can lead the break pretty much.
Yes, sir.
That's dangerous.
That's
and everybody else just fill the lane.
Just fill the lane.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I love that.
And it's a fun way to play.
Absolutely. In fact, you got me wanting to get dressed up again.
For sure.
That's my style, man. You know what I mean? I love that.
You know what I mean? And most people do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's difficult to coach because if you want to play fast, you got to practice fast.
Right.
And if you really want to play fast, then you got to be in shape.
So
you got to run.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so
right.
like in the off season, my kids that don't play football, they run cross country.
Right. Okay.
And that's our conditioning.
Right.
We run across country because we want to play fast. We want to run.
Absolutely.
We want to push. And then practice. Practice is full court. Every drill seems to be full court because I want that ball moving and flowing. And if the ball is moving and flowing all day in practice, then when you get into the games, that's what it's supposed to do.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. I've always had a philosophy. I was a 2-sport athlete. I played football and basketball, but specifically in basketball, I've always had a philosophy that, if you stay in really good shape, that's what it is. You got to be in tip top shape. You know what I mean? Because because you can wear on people. When you're in better shape than an opposing team, you sense that on the court as a player, right?
And that happened today.
Right,
what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you keep running and they keep trying. The worst part about playing basketball, the worst part of playing basketball is playing transition defense. Because they coming at you full speed and you got to make a decision.
Right.
You got to make a quick decision and you can make, and most of the time you're going to make a bad one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so
and that could be demoralizing.
Exactly. and it wears on you, like, you know what I'm saying? Because now they got to always sprint back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They can walk it up as much as they want, but they got to sprint back.
Absolutely.
That just wears on the team. So that's part of it. And then you asked the second part of your question was the weakness of my team.
Right.
And I think the weakness on my team is going to be just guard play. I don't have like a lead guard. Like you just want that point guard that just handles everything for you.
Right.
Right now it's kind of by committee. I got some scorers.
Right.
Not really good at just like being a pass first point guard, a general. Right. So like we trying to work it and move the ball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's actually that's like happening in high school basketball, college basketball, and professional basketball. You're not having as many point guards that lead. You don't have as many lead guards. Like you got a lot of guards that can score.
Right. Right.
But not a guard that can lead your team.
Right.
Because it's kind of positionless. You know what I'm saying? You got all these wings and positionless basketball, the ball's moving, spacing, but you don't need somebody to just dribble and get you into your spots.
Right.
And so but I would love to have that with this team.
But I think for me, I do think as the season progresses, that's going to get better for you as coaches because you're going to see who's potentially is going to be that guy.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean?
Looking forward to it.
So the next 2 or 3 games, you're going to be noticing, you need to play kind of point for us this year.
Sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Because
they're going to show you that they have that ability to do that.
Most definitely.
So where you placing your team this year in the league in Columbus?
In Columbus, last year we won the league. This year we hoping to repeat. as champions in the league, and
because you have a lot of returners,
compete.
right?
I returned all 5 starters from last year's
Whoa.
team. Last year we went 22-3,
right?
And this year, you know, we lost in the district finals, and then we lost in our city championship last year,
right?
So this year our goals are to win those games. You know what I'm saying? That's like, you know, not to hope to get there,
right?
You know, it's to get there and win those games.
One game at a time,
One
right?
game at a time.
I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming,
no
man.
problem. Thank you for having me.
Such a pleasure, man.
Thank you for having me.
And you guys have a safe trip back, okay?
Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
All right.
I appreciate the Toledo Legends Classic for inviting us, and anytime that they having it, we please call and ask me. We definitely want to play.
We're coming back next year, brother. So I hope to see you then too. All right.
Sure.
Good.